children become your best friends, and I can attest to that. You know, it means so much to me that this came from both of you tonight. You shared a lot of my life during this time, and the ups and downs, and I would be remiss without really introducing my wife, Chris. We just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, and thank you. And we actually took a trip took a cruise, a Mediterranean cruise, and that last picture you saw was taken in Mykonos, Greece. So it was a terrific memory, and something that we'll remember for the rest of our lives. And as you well know, in a business like this, you need a wife that is understanding, and someone who is a strong person, because you're not home all the time for the kids. And luckily I married, or as they said, I think it was one Star Trek episode, you chose well, and I did. And Chris, I share this honor with you because you're much of a part of it, as I was. I also want to a few people at my table. I know Bernie Rosen is at the table, ladies and gentlemen. Bill and Kathy Heffernan, Mark and Diane Stead. Bill and I went to school in first grade, and so did Mark. As a matter of fact, we were in kindergarten together, Bill, I think. And that's the type of community Miami Shores was when we actually grew up. And also my Comcast family behind them, right there. Frank Bell and Philemon Lopez, Carl Nelson Thatcher, and the rest of the crew with Frank, and I know I'm going to forget somebody, so I'm sorry. Frank, Alfredo, Michelle, and everybody. So thanks so much for being here tonight and helping me with this honor. When people ask me about the Silver Circle Award, they say, what's it about? And I kind of tell them, it's like being on the TV show Survivor. Because what happens is, every now and then you get voted off the island. and you kind of swim around the island for a while, just waiting to get washed ashore. And I think everybody here can relate to that. So what happens with me is I was actually swimming out there for a while until a rip current came in by the name of Philemon Lopez that brought me back into TV, and I appreciate that. I can tell you that I found out about the award actually in a very interesting place. I was in the dentist chair, and I was getting a root canal. And the doctor had been in there with the anesthetic, and it was like 5 minutes after the anesthetic went in, and all of a sudden my cell went off, and it was Bob. Bob Barron's called to Earl Canton. It was Bob Barron. I'm with the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Sun Coast Chapter, and you have been nominated and won the Silver Circle Award. And at that I said to Bob, well, really? That's exciting, Bob. Oh my God. I had to go, and so Bob, I'm sure at this time was going, oh my God, what happened to this guy? So Bob, I actually did do a pretty good job speaking of, but it was at the time, I'm sure he was a little bit panicked. There's an old quote that says that if you want to be successful, it's just as simple. Know what you're doing, love what you're doing, and believe in what you're doing. And luckily, through the years, I've had that opportunity to work with companies that allowed me to know what I was doing, love what I was doing, and believe in what I was doing, and believe in them as well. You know, television is not a singular endeavor. Unlike newspapers and radio, no one in TV can do it all by themselves. When it works, it actually is like a beautiful, elegant choreography, and you get TV out of it. I've been lucky working with business people in the legends of the business, like Ralph Rennick and Bernie Rosen of Spears Malice and Ann Bishop. And from them I learned professionalism and never being satisfied with the status quo, always wanting more. I'm lucky also working with WPLG. There I experienced change in general managers, resulting in new direction for my station in the career, and I learned to develop flexibility in your talents of always having a plan B. Then I worked for corporations like Bell Sound and Tito Gomez there to how to motivate workers, and from Philemon Lopez and Comcast to how to form and really put together a phenomenal team. The people I work with undoubtedly at Comcast are one of the best professionals I've ever worked with. They each know their jobs better than anybody I've ever seen, and they're nice people. They just, I mean, they mesh together as a team so well. And from Bob Ayer, I learned that if your story is credited mistakenly to another reporter, the mistake should be made in a magazine like Penthouse. Not Gentleman's Quarterly or Time or Newsweek. So I just want to really thank everybody with the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Suncoast chapter for this award. It is very humbling. It's extremely humbling to receive it, and also to be in the party and receive it with people like Peter and Frank and Jose and people I've respected for such a long time in the business. This is a great night for me, and what makes it even sweeter is the family that I've leaned on for so many years has been so much a part of it. Thank you very much.